Hey guys, so we have just crossed the bridge onto the island of Krk, where we will spend the next 3 nights exploring the island. Now behind me you already see some nice scenery, and we expect a lot more of that throughout the island. Now it's still about 3 hours before we can get into the apartment, so let's explore the surrounding area a little bit and see what the island has to offer. We have arrived in the city of Krk with a very beautiful sunset over the old city walls. Now, since this is our first night here, we're just letting the kids play a little bit on this little playground. But as of tomorrow, we'll explore the city a little bit more, and we'll also discuss what we will do in the next couple of days. So we just explored the tiny old city of Krk, which has some really cool little alleys, and we found a nice restaurant there as well, had some good lunch, and now we are resting a tiny little bit. The little ones are playing a little bit, and in about half an hour we go to a place that's about 10 kilometers from here, where we go ziplining. So in total we do about 2 kilometers of ziplining. The longest one is about 700 meters, and you reach speeds of 80 kilometers an hour apparently, which is highway speeds, because it's legal to drive at 80 kilometers an hour on a highway. So that should be a lot of fun, and the weather is really nice. There's not a lot of wind today. Yesterday in Senj there was a lot of wind. It wasn't really that pleasant to walk around. But yeah, today is really great. It's about 25-26 degrees Celsius, and the sun is shining. Not a lot of clouds, a few clouds can be seen, but yeah, it's actually kind of ideal weather to wander around and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So we just got back from our adventure on the zipline and everybody was having a blast. The instructors were also really good with the kids, and especially my little boy Jantis, who he was a little bit scared at first, but in the end he actually had a lot of fun as well. So yeah, tonight we're going to have a relaxing night, not do too much. Everybody's a little bit tired. We didn't sleep that well in the past couple of days here. But tomorrow we go diving. Well, at least the oldest ones go diving. I will do something different with Jantis also, because apparently he's too small to do the actual diving trip. Another good morning, fellas, and today is a little bit less sunny, a lot more clouds, but it should stay dry and the temperature is still way above 20 degrees, so that's still good. Now this morning I dropped off the family at the dive center. You can see the sign behind me here. They are going to go scuba diving for the first time, but the youngest one is too small to do that, so I sacrificed myself to stay with him, and we are going to find something else to do in the meantime. I am here in Punat with my little guy, and as you can see behind me there is a free charging station available, and it said on the charging station that you could activate it with a text message or via plug surfing, but actually I just plugged it in and it started working, no problem whatsoever. However, I'm only getting 12 amps, so I'm charging at about 34-35 kilometers per hour, which is really not that much, but hey, any juice is good juice as long as you're not waiting for it. So we now found something original to do with the little one, and that is the big ones are going to dive and we are going to dive as well, but we are going to go for an underwater walk with those helmets that you see behind me, so that should be really fun as well. Now that was a lot of fun, and because there has been northern wind for a couple of days now, the water was actually a lot colder than anticipated. But nevertheless, it was fun, and in the meantime we charged up again with about 100 kilometers for free, and that means that we can get going again. My wife and the other kids, they also had quite some fun. Oh, some loud motorbike there. So they also had a lot of fun. They did dive also for about 20 to 25 minutes. And yeah, it was the first time that my oldest son was doing that. And also he's sold on the idea, so we'll have to do that one day again. So now we'll have dinner, and after dinner we're going to explore the old city a little bit more, but this time by night, and yeah, see how the atmosphere is there when it gets dark. So we just arrived in the city of Rijeka, and the weather is a little bit worse, but we're hoping it will stay dry today. And we thought we'd have a little fun with the kids and visit a computer museum to show them what we had to grow up with. Not iPads, not iPhones, no touchscreens, but old DOS computers, Pac-Man with a joystick, stuff like that. So should be fun to see their reaction. So after about an hour of driving through the windy roads, we deliberately did not take the highway just to get to the scenic routes and get a real nice descending road through a national park. That was some great views. But we now ended up in the abandoned city of Kotli. So let's see what this is all about. We have arrived in Rovinj, and about 2.5 kilometers out of the city center there is a gas station where you have a free CCS charger at 50 kilowatts. So right now there's not a Tesla charging, there was a Model 3 charging on the CCS adapter, and those people we're actually doing exactly the same thing as what we are going to do, because about 500 meters that way there is a shop or grocery store where we stock some food for the next couple of days. So as I said, normally I should be getting about 50 kilowatts. Right now the battery is really low. I arrived with about 7% in the battery, and I'm getting only 40 kilowatts. I'm saying only, but I mean it's a lot more than the 16.5 kilowatts that I get on AC charging. So for me, the CCS investment is really worth it, because you get a lot more fast charging options, and the CHAdeMO adapter is really bulky. That's why I got rid of it, and now I'm using the CCS. So the upgrade for 500 euros for me definitely worth it, and I'm glad I did it. So while we were shopping, the car actually increased the charge rate to about a maximum of 47 kilowatts once we got the state of charge around 20-25%. Now we're back, we're loading up our groceries, and we have about 5 to 10 minutes drive into Rovinj, to our final destination for today. And yeah, in the meantime we charged up about 250 kilometers, so that's more than enough to get us going for the next couple of days when we are driving around Istria.